And the Peter White Public Library kicked off its Banned Books Week celebration tonight. Library patrons enjoyed a free concert and readings of banned books. Each year, the American Library Association dedicates 1 week to highlight books banned or challenged in the U.S. This year's theme is Let Freedom Read. Library staff say it's important to celebrate and promote banned books to further educate freedom.
What books do is they introduce people to other cultures, other types of individuals that they might not be exposed to. And it's a matter of building understanding, compassion, and love for everybody else.
The library continues its celebration through the month with a virtual reading from an author of a banned book on October 23rd.